Hello and good day to you. If you're here, you may want the ability to make animated backgrounds like me, correct? Well, I'm here to not do that. Apologies, but I can't give you everything you need to animate like me. But I can give you advice and tips for your animations. Disclaimer: I'm not telling you what you can and can't do. I'm just telling you my process and the way I animate. This isn't a miracle tutorial, so take and experiment with your own backgrounds. So my first step is to try and find a palette to fit the song I'm using. It sounds like an extra task, but I help sells the whole vibe. I want to go within the animation. For example, I use brighter colors when I want the tone to be more playful and vibrant, but darker and more muted tones when I want to be a bad girl who did some bad things. This whole process takes me about 15 minutes because I'm such a color theory lover, and I want to make my animation pop. The second part one do is finding inspiration for the actual background. I'm a fairly creative person who can come up with concepts and backgrounds, but it takes some time and inspiration for me. I usually look up the animation meme I'm making and just watch a couple of those and focus on the backgrounds. This might seem weird for most people, but this is my process. If you want a lot of inspiration, take after people who just make backgrounds and not animation memes. Do not copy, steal the background without the credits. You can take inspiration, however, unless the creator says otherwise. This step takes me from 20 minutes to about 2 hours. The third part is storyboarding the entire video before I make it. I take a rough idea of what I want for the animation and replicate that into a light motion, such as what parts I want where and what elements I want added to the animation. A lot of concepts get cut through this part of my process, but it's a better way to find out what goes where and what won't work for the animation. Although I said I have to cut certain things, I bring them back sometimes for other animations, such as the whole hip meme being a combination of concepts I wanted to add from older memes. The fourth and my favorite part about this whole process is animating the entire thing. I'm such a nerd for animation, and this part is a lot of fun for me. If you struggle with animating because you can't have anything playing the background without overriding the audio, and you can't sync the video as well, my advice is deal with it. I know that sounds harsh, but I do that for hours every time I make something. I've just learned to deal with it. But if you have something to play in the background, like white noise or something, you can of course play it. The fifth and final part is I finish the details and cry, because it could have taken me less time if I didn't procrastinate so much. The best advice for this part: pray a light motion doesn't crash again. So there's my advice. Law.